Alright, this is the only candidate in the race. Nah, I'm joking.
Mike
The only candidate in the race for president.
Alright, let's go.
For real this time.
For real
this time.
I don't know when to come in.
For real this time.
Okay, go.
Can you make my that might be great. Riding around your baby, now cause you're my man. Cause you make my heart go. You make my heart go. You riding around all days and nights cause you make my heart go. I don't remember anything more than that.
It's my fault.
Oh yeah.
Who's doing the
It's like,
intro? Who's doing the intro? I've been doing it, so one of y'all do it.
I'll do it.
No.
Okay, take it.
Wait.
Guys, quit playing around. If we don't intro this, they're not gonna know what they're listening to.
Welcome to the Misfits podcast. Wait, shit.
I don't think
welcome.
we can say that.
Wait, why couldn't we say that?
They might sue us.
We're gonna steal their audience.
Official podcast. No. Welcome to the Convenience Store podcast. I'm your co-host Devin, here with your other co-hosts, Daniel,
Yeah,
and Griffen.
kinda. Mostly just Daniel.
Yeah,
you didn't really need to say
more
me.
episodes than Griffen, so
That's true.
Oh, I was joking, but I guess that's kind of true. I sort of.
Griffen is now a guest. He's been demoted.
I've been demoted.
I thought he said deported, but I mean that works too.
You've been deported from Podcast Island.
It's exciting because we have topics,
a lot of stuff going
so
on.
it's not gonna be extremely boring.
Let's go.
Episodes. Yeah.
W.
Let's go.
All right. So first off, okay. I mean, I don't know. There really isn't much to say about Kobe for a podcast, but just sort of going off the top of my head, I can think biggest news is Kobe, coronavirus, Grammys. Yeah.
Well, we kind of almost got into the Grammys thing, so why not talk about that first?
Yeah. If we're gonna open up with Earthquake, which was Tyler's thing anyways, we might as well just get straight to the Grammys. Oh, also Eminem's album.
Yeah.
Because it's always fun and easy to make fun of Eminem.
Even though, it's just sad if he could like stop making music after Kill Shot. Like, I just, I'd respect him, but like he's just driving himself into the dirt.
I think we should just start with this since we already kind of got that going. I gotta say, I feel like with Revival, that took a major blow to his discography and his reputation. Yeah, but Revival came before Kamikaze. Yeah. It's like Revival took a major blow to his discography and his reputation. Then Kamikaze sort of cemented that negativity around Eminem that wasn't nearly as strong like 5 years ago. And then Music to Be Murdered By, honestly, was significantly better than Revival and better than Kamikaze. It wasn't even a terrible project. It's just like not a comeback.
Yeah, he hit like his fastest verse ever.
I think I have a good analogy of it, honestly. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, with Revival, Eminem just kind of like took a massive blow. And then Kamikaze, not because it sounded terrible, but just because it was like really salty.
Yeah.
Like he kind of just put a nail in the coffin. And then with Kill Shot, I think everyone kind of agreed that was like pretty fun, pretty cool. So he had like one hand, he's like a zombie. He has one hand sticking out of the ground. He's trying to claw his way up. But then, it wasn't so much his fault because it was just an okay project. Music to Be Murdered By, it's like, he's trying his best, but he's really bad at digging himself out of a grave. So then someone pulls him out, lays him down, and then bungs him. If you don't know what that is, it's when you sneak up on someone and shoot all their organs out of their ass into someone's mouth. So that's basically what everyone did with Music to Be Murdered By, even though, like, at that point, it's not really his fault, but everyone just clowned him for it.
Yeah. I mean, and I agree. I think that he, like, even though, like I literally said, it's fun, easy, just so enjoyable to make fun of Eminem, just totally mock him. He had potential for a comeback. I don't think he'd ever jump to like how a lot of the community sees like Kendrick, Kanye, Andre 3000 kind of people, but he definitely had potential to have like a solid reputation again, at the very least.
Yeah.
It just, but like to come back, Music to Be Murdered By would have had to been either shorter and better, or like really, really good.
Yeah.
And
the thing is,
kind of, I don't know if he has that creativity anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
He can't really like, use
the
that
thing
word
is,
as much.
Yeah, I
so
feel
it's like
you.
hard for him.
The thing is with Eminem, I feel like he, on Music to Be Murdered By, he tried to do more modern stuff, but his flow was just like, especially on Godzilla, it's like janky, in my opinion, and I feel like that doesn't fit well with the modern style beats.
Yeah, I feel like in a way, sorry to cut you off, Daniel, but I just gotta say, I think that Music to Be Murdered By is honestly a more respectable project than Kamikaze. But Kamikaze, he does the like modern trap wave so much better. Like he actually flows nice over the beats. Like it sounds like he was in the studio, he was feeling these beats, and then he actually went over it. Like his execution isn't that bad. He makes the trap beats work for him. But I really I wasn't feeling the production as much on what's the abbreviation for Music to Be Murdered By, or whatever. But like it's not even because the production is terrible. He just doesn't make it work that much.
I think that's like that's really true. And like Kamikaze wasn't bad because of the sound; it was bad because of like the attitude behind it.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of been like since Revival, that's kind of been the problem with his music, is not that it's necessarily bad, but it's just kind of executed poorly.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Like, he's making it hard for himself, especially with like Revival, because he, like, I feel like as he releases more mediocre and easy to make fun of music, it's getting just progressively harder.
Yeah, he's digging himself into a total deficit.
Yeah.
And then what I was gonna bring up earlier is, what was that one song? I think it might have been Godzilla, where he's like, University of Diversity and
oh yeah, that was the one with Young M.A. where we were laughing so hard. He's like, Puba Cube and the Florious, Notorious.
That's funny.
That's what we doing.
He's like, Puba Cube and the Florious.
Yeah.
I literally
I think it's like a minute and 20 seconds, something like that, because I had to re-listen to that so many times.
I don't think I listened
1 minute
to like
what?
I think it was like a minute 20, but honestly it could be sooner than that or way later. I really don't know.
I think really the only song that I listened to off of Music to Be Murdered By was Godzilla.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I found it. It's like 2 minutes.
Cleanse them of his mortal sins, I'm God and the Lord forgives even the devil worshippers. I'm moving on, but you know your scruples are gone when you're born with Lucifer's
yeah.
And you're from the school and notorious Puba Cube in the poor righteous teachers to my students.
Puba Cube and the Florious. Yeah, he's gonna poop a cube on the floor again.
When you're born with Lucifer's sins and you're from the school and notorious is Cuba Cuban, the poor righteous teachers tutored my students.
Or wait, that time it kind of sounded like he said "poopa cube in the porridge."
I thought it was like foreign or floor. Oh, he has a song with Ed Sheeran. I can't imagine that's good.
Oh,
Yeah. I did not listen to that one. I didn't listen to like much of the stuff on the album very closely, but I like could form an opinion. But I had to skip the song with Ed Sheeran. That's just like Ed Sheeran isn't like there's worse artists, and like I
He's
said,
not
I
good,
can
though.
respect Eminem some. It's just like that combination is just absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, have y'all seen the the movie Yesterday? It's like everyone forgets that the Beatles
Yeah.
existed except for
Yeah,
one
Yeah.
guy.
yeah. I mean, I didn't actually watch it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, I watched it.
Dude, it's really good in my opinion, especially because they just like Ed Sheeran's in it, and they just clown him the whole time, and like he knows he's being clowned, but it's just the best. Like it's just uh
hmm
it's just great. Like all the scenes where they're making fun of his music, and then he like gets sidelined because this guy has the Beatles music, and Ed Sheeran's music is so much less like impressive, and it's just really,
That's hilarious.
yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I don't know. That album was interesting though.
Yeah,
I would give it
I
a
know, and it's like there's not really much more to say either. It's really just kind of an unimpressive project, and in a way for like mocking, it's kind of disappointing because there's really not that much to tear apart about it. But also, it's I guess for Eminem that's a good thing. Like it's really not a terrible project by any means, but like yes, not
I mean,
great.
he could get more stream. Like at this point, he needs to get like having a mediocre album won't get you as much streams as having a terrible album.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
if he just had really bad lyrics, it would like get more streams. But also, if it was really
Facts.
good, he would get more streams.
Yo.
So like that mediocre spot is not a place to be. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's so
that's
many
facts.
artists who like make an image out of just being terrible, like Soulja Boy. I think Lil B or something. Yeah.
I mean, Lil B
Kid
is kind
Boo.
of iconic though. He
Yeah.
sort of got his own sort of thing going on, but he is really memey.
Bro,
Yeah.
The new meta for the rap game is just really bad music, so everybody listens to it and just clowns on you.
That's what I kind of thought Eminem's strategy was for a while. Because I mean, look, I know that it's like when someone releases a terrible album, it's like they're a bad artist, stuff like that. But honestly, if Eminem just released revival after revival after revival after revival, he would, and he kept up that same attitude that he had on Kamikaze, he would be one of the strongest self-marketers like in all of history across any sort of platform, because think of the streams he would get. All of his fans would defend him and listen all the way through, and all the people that want to clown him, so like everyone else, would listen all the way through. I mean, he'd be beating Drake for streams. Like if every single time they're like, Eminem can't be releasing another terrible album, and all his fans are like, man, Eminem's about to drop another crazy album, like literally everyone is gonna want to listen to it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But then it's like since he gets defensive in a way that has no sort of irony or self-awareness to it, and then also releases a mediocre project, it shows that he actually took some pride in in Revival, at least when he had it released, which is kind of embarrassing, honestly, because it was just a bad project.
Did either of you see Nick Cannon's disses about Eminem? Or diss
Nick
tracks?
Cannon he's just kind of irrelevant.
Yeah.
I don't know if Nick Cannon really has the like. Even at this point in Eminem's career, I'd stand behind Eminem before.
Yeah.
And there's no way Nick Cannon can release a better diss track than Eminem.
Yeah,
That's
Like-
facts.
some of the bars that were said in those songs were just absolutely like dumb.
In what songs?
In fucking Nick Cannon's diss tracks.
Oh yeah,
He
dude.
had
I
his
wish Eminem would make some diss tracks on Nick Cannon. That would be so funny.
Facts.
He might as well, because everyone would listen to it, and like he
Exactly.
doesn't have anything to lose.
Yeah, that's like that was part of Eminem's appeal. That was what made like the whole uh what's this movie 8 Mile and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Literally, he was from like super ghetto Detroit area and all that. People were making fun of him for being white and all this stuff, and then he would just come at other rappers with the bars, and everyone started to get behind him. They're like, "Dang, this guy's crazy." Like that was the whole premise. People literally,
Yeah.
I mean, literally took him as a joke. And then he would just start throwing disses at the other rappers. And then everyone was like, man, he goes hard. I take it all back.
Yeah.
And then he gets this big and he's a joke all over again, except to the mainstream.
Honestly, I think one of the best moves, at least for like people liking Eminem, is if he just like picked smoke with literally everyone for like
Exactly.
like he went after Nick Cannon and just like he stopped making full projects, he just started making diss tracks on like literally everybody who breathes. That would be so hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess eventually he'd run out of good disses, but that's not really like the same because like I feel like if you have a talent for making diss tracks, you won't fall off as hard as if you have a talent for making music. Because like when you're
That's
making a diss
facts.
track, the inspiration comes from a different source every time. So like
Yeah.
if you're just making music, like that's not a diss track. You actually have to come up with concepts and be creative, but you don't have to be. You just have to have that like talent for just destroying people.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be that creative with it. So I feel
Facts.
like I wish he would do that so bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the whole premise of Kamikaze. The problem was that he came at everyone, and people who never talked about Eminem or people who liked Eminem but said he fell off, like how he dissed Tyler the Creator, literally, even though Tyler used to be a huge Eminem fan. I think, well, I totally agree with what you're saying, though. I think the idea is just that he needs to not be a grumpy old man yelling at the kids. He needs to be this scary old man that comes at people who actually want smoke with him, because then it's like he's got no competition. I mean, MGK just got bodied so hard. I don't think for anyone listening, like I cannot stress enough that I definitely have like kind of a bias too against Eminem. I love making fun of him and his music, but MGK just got destroyed.
Well, like Kamikaze, I feel like one of its biggest problems was the fact that it was an album. Like making a few separate diss tracks and releasing them around the same time is one thing, but making a whole album that like just attacks everybody is not like a good look. Like I feel like if he did the same thing, but he just went after a few people in diss tracks, like, and I don't know, was kind of self aware about it, like just talking mad, like extreme shit for no reason, and like that was like that became like his whole reputation. Like that could work if because he's already prominent. So like that might not work for someone who's getting into music. But if you have a reputation, you can just like bullshit everyone and make like diss tracks. I feel like that'd be fun.
Facts. Like I totally agree. Like I said, he just totally was old man yelling at all the kids and stuff, just like bitter about kind of nothing. But yeah, like when people want smoke with him and he is direct about it, and it's like justified, like it's people who want smoke with him and he has a issue with them more than just he's mad they got more streams than him on something, or they dropped a little thing like not corny, unlike Eminem, for a little zany one-liner. Like, you know, people who really want smoke with him, and he has something to say about it. Yeah, like if he just stuck to the diss tracks, he's kind of an unstoppable force. He might honestly be like in his prime for another like 10 years because he showed he still has potential. Like he just keeps going with that. But yeah, the albums, that's got to go.
I think Kamikaze could have been fun. I mean,
Yeah.
not really with the context, but an album like Kamikaze could have been fun if it was like just a few songs split up into singles and like he took it seriously was the
Yeah,
the main problem.
exactly.
Like it was a full album dedicated to like dissing people who threw any kind of shade, and it was serious. Like with Killshot, like it was kind of serious, but he was also just kind of starting bullshit because he knew he could just mess with MGK. And like,
Facts.
Okay, but like the beard is weird.
Yeah, sorry, Daniel. After being reminded of that cold bar, I'm gonna have to take it all back. Eminem kind of toasted, or I mean, MGK kind of toasted Eminem with that one.
like,
The beard is weird. The cat with the hat.
just like Killshot was so much more like lighthearted, like
Yeah,
clownery than
exactly.
Kamikaze. Like Kamikaze was like, I'm offended, and
Facts.
Killshot was like, stupid kid, I'm gonna.
That's so facts though.
Kid.
Cause Killshot, you know, this dude comes at him like, yeah, I won't smoke with Eminem, bro. And then Eminem's just embarrassing him. He's like, you are my rap offspring, and you nowhere near live up to my my legacy. I don't know why that took me so long. But also he had the bar where he's literally like, he said something, man, I'm blanking, I'm gonna kind of butcher it, but the sort of concept of the line was he's like, you're disappointing your father right now, which isn't even like a old man kind of bar, because I was just so cold, because MGK even said, you know, he was like, back before I was rapping and all that stuff, Eminem was such a hero to me, and then it's like he hasn't ever released an album that lives up to Eminem's actual good albums or sold the numbers that even one of Eminem's flops sold.
Plus, yeah, like, and I think it was especially effective with MGK just because he's so obviously like, I mean,
inspired.
He's really like, I'm kind of biased. I really don't like MGK. The creep. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been like a one-time thing, but still, if you say some creepy shit about a 16-year-old, I'm inclined to dislike you.
Yeah.
But
yo, how old is MGK?
Like 25, 30, somewhere in between there. I'm a guess like right in the middle, 27.
Yeah, but like,
I'll Google it
say
right
some
now.
stuff like that, I'm inclined to dislike you. But he is really.
I think you're entitled to dislike him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 29, bro. I guess 27. He's like a boomer compared to what I guess.
That is some
He's
fuckery.
Like, it's just he's not very good at all. Like, I can see how you could enjoy his music, but there's like really no artist you like. There's not a lot of mainstream artists other than like NBA YoungBoy. You could say he is significantly better than.
Yeah. And I mean, even YoungBoy, like YoungBoy serves his purpose. He lives up to his expectations every time. He does nothing impressive, but he has a nice flow. He is a decent singer. He's got like decent bars. He chooses beats that work well for him. Honestly, I might be inclined to say that that YoungBoy is better than MGK because he actually delivers on the expectations people have of them, even though they're somewhat low compared to like greats in the rap game.
I'd say MGK has like a little bit of game on Lil Tecca or something, because
There
like
you go.
a few songs that anyone's listened to, and they're pretty similar and pretty mediocre for the most part.
Facts.
I think we should move on to a different topic at this point.
I think it was sort of naturally coming to an end, but thank you for commenting on that.
Well, let's go to the Grammys then, because
Yeah.
I mean, that'll be short relatively, because all I really cared, I didn't watch it. All I really,
I didn't watch much of it. I literally just saw Tyler's performance. I didn't even seek it out. I just happened to be looking when it was on TV because my mom had it on. But yeah, it was nice. I don't know. To be honest, people are hyping it up a lot. Like people that weren't even really into Tyler. He definitely has stands that were just hyping it up like, bro, he was on TV and he like did something that was insane. But then there were also people that I knew weren't really into Tyler, and they were like, I was impressed by it. It didn't really blow me away.
Yeah, I didn't see it, and I wish I did because I have a couple of friends who were like it was really good, but also, um, the thing he said after the Grammys was like because Griffin, you posted on your story that he's not really even rap, which is like
I mean, Igor literally wasn't a rap album, and I appreciate because what Tyler said was perfect because a lot of artists will be dumb and they'll accept their reward and be so grateful and come back again, get another reward, and once they've got like 5 Grammys, then they like what Taylor Swift's just Taylor Swift nasty. But anyways, like what Taylor Swift did, she'll come in, take her Grammys and all that stuff. And then once she's all Grammy'd out, then she's a political activist. And she's like, I don't like the Grammys anymore. But, it's like Tyler accepted the Grammy and he was like, what he said was really perfect to me because he's like, I'm grateful for the award. This means a lot and this is a lot of dreams coming true. But it feels like a really backhanded compliment. I like that he said backhanded compliment too. That was a good term because it was really true. Like, it is really cool to have the award, but they gave him rap album of the year because he's black.
I mean, Igor was definitely a pop album in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there was even like Playboy Cardi's part was like, I don't know,
singing.
That wasn't even like urban. That was like, even if it was rap, it was not an urban vibe.
Bro, stop saying the N-word.
I don't know if I really feel like the urban term for genre is like the N-word to me, but I feel like that was an interesting parallel because it is sort of a weird idea. Like, what is urban supposed to mean? Is that like only city folk would be listening to this?
Well, like, I think in that context, it kind of was similar to like thug, but in
exactly.
It's like the positive version of thug, where you're kind of saying a lot of times it kind of just means black people. I mean, hip hop is definitely an urban music genre.
Yeah.
Right? But Igor is not really hip hop, and and the like hip hop aspects aren't really urban. Like that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it kind of derives some themes from hip hop, but none of them are used in a way that like they're just it's used in such a different way from like the original hip hop and trap vibes that it's not urban at all.
Yeah, facts. That's totally facts. Like, I don't think it's like I said, I don't think it's like the N-word by any means. I think that's kind of a stretch, but I feel like it does sort of have, like you said, like the thug kind of vibe to it in a way where it's sort of, you know, a lesser insult that sort of isn't kind of the same mindset, honestly, because I really feel like, you know, it's kind of noticeable. It's not a rap album, it's a pop album, and that's usually like the Taylor Swift stuff like that, you know. So I feel like, or I don't think this is as bad as racism, but still embarrassing. The 80-year-old dudes that are slowly melting into their Grammy voting chairs literally Googled him, not knowing who he is, and he comes up as an American rapper, and they're like, okay, must be rap album.
Yeah.
I mean, the Grammys has always been like more focused on mainstream stuff, and I mean, and I watched the Anthony Fantano video on it. I think he said it like really well. It's not they're not taking into account like streaming services as much as like radio and like traditional music like sharing, I guess. But
yeah, and also for rap, I mean, I know that, you know, I listen to sort of like stuff that has offshoots and isn't really anything that fits the kind of Grammy audience and some stuff like that. And I'm really strongly opinionated, but genuinely, why did Bandana by Freddie Gibbs and Madlib not at least get a nomination? Like, Mad Gibbs is a staple rap duo. I mean, Madlib is easily the most iconic rap producer behind Kanye. I mean, you know, he had underground stuff with MF Doom and stuff like that, and he's got beats with everyone. He worked with Kendrick and Kanye and all that stuff. Like Madlib was such an important producer throughout 2 generations of rap. And Freddie Gibbs is an iconic rapper. He sort of brought back, like, he's got his own wave of the cocaine flow kind of stuff, like what Pusha T has going on. And the album was great. I don't understand how it possibly avoided being nominated, especially when it wasn't like you know, low streams either.
Yeah.
It's an evil world we live in.
Yeah, I mean, Grammys. I mean, there's a lot of like controversy surrounding the Grammys like every year, and I feel like the people that watch it are always kind of toxic because with the Billie Eilish and Ariana Grande stuff, like people were coming at Billie, and she said that Ariana Grande should have won it. I don't really pay attention to like that kind of pop stuff, but I did listen to Billie Eilish, and I've never really liked Ariana Grande, but like I don't know, I don't listen to that kind of stuff enough to make a judgment. But
well, my one problem was, I think, you know, I sort of criticize Billie Eilish a lot, but I think she was more deserving of the award. Honestly, I was a little disappointed that Ariana Grande got to have such a grand appearance, but I was sort of disappointed by that because she hasn't done anything that impressive recently. Like she just is not Grammy worthy at the moment.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
and like I said, I criticize a lot about Billie Eilish. Like I kind of tear her apart sometimes, but she came in with a new sound. She had good production. She had great, phenomenal production. Her brother Phineas, he's really talented, and she sort of made it work. She's got a new sound. even though I don't really enjoy it or think it's that great of an artistic expression in general, I think it's definitely Grammy worthy.
Yeah.
But Ariana Grande is just like, why are you here?
I mean, both of them are like undeniably talented. Like they have good voices, but I feel like it's different for Billie because she didn't, like, Ariana Grande is not really doing anything different because
Yeah, exactly.
it's just kind of the same thing, and she's been around for a while, and
Well, I
like,
mean, I don't. There's nothing wrong with her being around for a while. I have no problem with a long established artist getting a
yeah,
Grammy as long as their music is worthy of a Grammy.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I'm not like I don't have the most like certified opinion, but I don't know. I guess Billie Eilish maybe is Grammy worthy because of like you said, bringing a new sound to the table.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think like her project, like where do we go when we sleep or whatever? What is it?
Mm-hmm.
when we all fall asleep, where do we
Yeah.
go or something?
That wasn't that memorable
Mm.
because a lot of the songs sounded super similar.
Yeah, yeah. I
But I
and I
definitely
agree.
think she deserved it more than Ariana Grande because
Yeah, yeah.
Ariana Grande stuck to the same sound. They both stuck
Facts.
to the same sound, but Billie Eilish had a new sound.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I was not impressed by Billie's album in any way, except I thought the production was great. But well, I said phenomenal, and honestly, I really threw that out there. But I'm gonna stick with it. I thought the production was really great, and Phineas shows a lot of potential. But I was not impressed by Billie in any way because she has a great voice, but she added all those effects that make her less unique, except in the way of, oh, she sounds weird right now. Like she kind of threw away that aspect of her voice, which she did for a unique sound, but that's really the only praise that there is left. All the songs kind of sounded the same. She sort of tossed out what makes her special, and it sort of got less interesting. Like, I think it shows no new potential except on Phineas's part, but then it also shows he can choose the wrong people to be using his beats. So I don't know, I feel like it doesn't show that much potential or growth from her previous work. Like, it kind of falls flat in every aspect, but I think it definitely brings a new sound and sort of idea in the genre to the table. Like, I think it definitely serves a very important point in history for the genre, which is respectable and definitely Grammy worthy, in my opinion. And I think it's a lot more worthy of a Grammy than Ariana Grande or Lizzo.
Yeah.
yeah. And I feel like Billie has, like, her album is very similar. Like, the songs are similar to each other. But
Yeah.
like her first, like, big hit, Ocean Eyes, that was a lot different from her album, and I feel like she changed that kind of aesthetic
Well,
cuz
yeah, because she was showing how absolutely amazing her voice is and how she
yeah.
can use it in so many interesting ways. And then when we all fall asleep, where do we go? Whatever. She's like, okay, yeah, I'm still gonna sing, but I'm gonna add all these weird effects and chop it up, and it's gonna sound like I sent my voice off to Skrillex so he could do a remix of it.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't really like to do, like, I mentioned this on my Instagram story, but I don't feel like I'm really worthy to make many judgments on music because, I mean,
Yeah.
different people will think different things, and
Mhm.
I'm not very, like, I don't listen to like I listen to things from artists that I generally enjoy the music of, but
Yeah.
I don't really stray that far from. But I feel like when it comes to these big like these big award shows, everybody will like attack the people that weren't uh their favorite artist that
Hmm.
That's true.
did win a Grammy, and I don't fucking like that.
Yeah,
And
I agree. It's really toxic.
and in the past, I've like not liked Lizzo, and I think she makes music. I mean, I don't know how to word this to make
She
me not
does make
sound weird.
music.
She
That's
makes
true.
music,
That's a
and I'm
valid
I'm gonna
assessment, to be
I'm
honest.
gonna leave that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave it at that. Actually, that's my entire statement. She makes music.
You know, I really can't argue with that. Lizzo does produce, I mean, not produce like make beats, but produce like create. She makes music and she releases it. She is a musician.
That is, I think that's a good place
Yeah.
to leave off. I mean, not the episode, but like,
But yeah, I think that's definitely a good sort of, summary of Lizzo. She makes music.
mhm.
She does.
Well, I think we got about 20 minutes left. Let's move on to a different topic. I
Yo,
Sure.
the
have some.
Modelo virus.
The
I've got
mode.
something to say. Kind of. This might
Yeah.
be short, but kind of about New Year's resolutions and Chinese New Year and all that.
Yeah.
So, we did like a BMI test in gym,
Hmm.
and apparently, like, basically, I'm fat. So, like, I got
Damn.
25.5% body fat. That could be like 20% or 30% because it's accurate within 5%.
Yeah.
But basically, I didn't really make any New Year's resolutions, but I kind of gotta make some Chinese New Year's resolutions because I gotta like lose 5 to 10% of my body fat. So that's fun.
I
I'm probably
like,
gonna like fast or something until like not even kidding. I'll probably just not like I'll do a 16-hour fast.
bro, just join Islam.
Oh, you right.
Bro. That's I mean, I think that's really respectable though. I appreciate
Yeah,
that, you're like trying to make a change to it and stuff. That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm
I went on a run after school tomorrow, which I'm
Wait. Can
feeling
you
good.
repeat that really quick? What I heard was I went on a run after school tomorrow.
Oh shit! Today I went on a run.
Yeah, I mean, I've been my classes switched up, so instead of gym, I have health now because it's the
Yeah,
second
same.
semester.
Yeah,
And I kind of feel like gym was like one of my only sources of exercise, so I kind of gotta get on that on my own.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
For
that's my
me,
big problem.
yeah. For me, I'm not gonna lie. I have the indoor trampoline and I spend a lot of time on it.
Shut up, you
And
fast metabolism having bitch.
I like to listen. I like to listen to bangers and jump on the trampoline. It's like humorous, but it's genuinely fun. Like just put on a hard song and just jump on the trampoline. Like for real, 30 minutes goes by in like 10 seconds. I'm like, how did I just go through 10 songs without even realizing? But it's fun. I'm like, but yeah, I get some exercise at home that's really not using a ton of muscles in any specific way. Like it's jumping, so it's just kind of everything sort of moves. But like I get my heart pumping and stuff, and then also I eat like a decent amount. But yeah, I guess I just got lucky with my metabolism because I really have the tall, skinny build.
Yeah, you know what
Yeah.
just fucked me up?
Hmm.
10 songs is like 30 minutes. That's like half an hour.
Yeah,
But
10
when you,
songs is like 30 to 40 minutes.
Unless you're
bro,
listening to Mortal Man by Kendrick Lamar for 10 times. That's
or Last
100.
Call, like
Yeah.
it's like 13 minutes, just 10 times through.
yo,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
I've
crazy.
thrown out Kanye's name and references to him like 10 times tonight, and he's not really relevant. Honestly, I'm not even like standing at the moment. Somehow he sort of is coming to mind in the topics.
it's your
But yeah,
instinct to stan him. But yeah, I feel like high school is really the best time to get fit and then try
yeah,
to stay that way your whole life. I mean,
You
you
gonna
never
peak in
really,
high school?
yeah, it's kind of sad because, like, when you think about it, your physical capabilities really do usually peak in high school. So I'm trying to have that peak be much higher than it is right now, because I've got not a lot of muscle. I weigh like 170 pounds. That's kind of sad. Can y'all hear me?
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my screen is turned off.
Oh,
Uh,
that's weird. But
Ah,
yeah,
it's back.
I don't know. Yeah,
I mean,
that's really cool
mhm.
that you're trying though and stuff. I think
yeah.
that you can definitely get to a really great point.
The thing is, like, if I keep going with how I've been doing this week, I think I can do like some good if I just control my eating more, because I have taekwondo twice a week. I have circuit
Mhm.
training once a week. And then I'm just gonna try to run as much as possible, like on off days. And then like maybe I'll use something as a jump rope for like 30 minutes a day or something.
Yeah.
And then like that's a lot of exercise for 1 week, I'd say. At
Yeah,
least
yeah,
my
definitely.
point. Because I ran, Lake Nokomis, obviously. Or maybe I shouldn't dox us. You can bleep that out, Devin. But I ran like uh
How many times has I bleed something you said out?
like I don't know, like 10 or something.
Yo,
I'm just really bad at not doxing myself and other people. Um,
Young Gunner just tweeted February with like 5 exclamation marks, and I have no clue what that means.
I
There's
have
got to
no
be some
clue
sort
what
of
that. Yeah,
project coming out in February. You said it's gonna.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I'm not really excited for that to be honest.
I
Yeah.
honestly, Daniel, I want to get back to what you're saying because I don't mean to like cut you off when you're talking about like
Yeah.
health
I'm
and
sorry.
stuff and you're saying some good things. But real quick, I do want to say I know that Gunna tape is gonna have a few bangers. There's gonna be some
Yeah,
stuff to
yeah,
come back on that. There's gonna be like 10 skips, and there's gonna be like 20 songs. There's gonna be like 5 bangers, like 10 really just meh songs, and like 5 ones that are so painfully average it kind of is bad. But
yeah,
I'm sort of excited to the few hits that are on the tape.
yeah. Um, I
Yeah.
think
Keep.
unless you have more to say about that, I don't.
No, no.
Yeah.
There's not that much to elaborate on anything Gunna is involved in, because usually it's either like uh I don't know. I've not been like I've enjoyed stuff he's made or been featured on, but I've never like really thought Gunna carried this song or Gunna just dropped some game changing heat.
hmm
Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. I feel like I said, that's a good amount of exercise, especially if I
Yeah.
like I'm probably gonna eat the same amount of calories in a day, but fasting like boosts your metabolism or something because you like aren't getting calories for 16 hours, so you need to burn fat or something like that. So I feel like I can if I can keep up with that, just like run, like do as much cardio as possible, and then like do some muscle building exercises.
hmm
That'll be good. And also, if I lose a bunch of fat, it's gonna be way easier to like do push-ups and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I Yeah.
I guess you guys probably. I don't know. You guys can't really talk about that if you're not.
I mean,
no, but I
I
think that was good. I think that's definitely
Motivation.
relevant. Yeah,
If you're
motivational.
morbidly obese and you're listening to this, go on a walk for 30 minutes and you're still going to be as fat as you are now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Do that. That'll be good for you.
yeah.
But I think it you know I think at the very least your heart is definitely in the right place. Like that's good decisions to be making, and also for this is like relevant to the idea of New Year's resolutions too. I think for me, I think I was also kind of thinking about for sort of a like a topic you could say. I feel like for me, actually, New Year's resolutions kind of disappeared this year. I was realizing I almost spoke for both of y'all, and I was gonna say they
I
fell
didn't
off
even
for
make any,
everyone.
to be
Which,
honest.
yeah, which I don't know if that's true for y'all. Like if you know anyone that made them or any or you made them or anything. But
Yeah.
at least for me, I literally didn't even think of New Year's resolutions until I was trying to think of stuff that's relevant to January. Like, I don't know anyone that made one. I didn't think about making any. I feel like that was genuinely a prevalent topic like every January of my life, but I can't think of anyone who made one or talked about making one or any that. I feel like they sort of fell off the face of the planet this year.
Well, I
feel
don't
like
really like New Year's resolution. I guess it's a good point to start working on life. But I feel like it's better. Like I definitely think you should never wait till New Year's.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely think I don't know. I feel like having a New Year's resolution just for the point of having a New Year's resolution discourages you from doing anything at the other times of the year. For me personally,
Yeah, facts.
I didn't make any New Year's resolutions, but now I kind of did make a New Year's resolution with the Chinese New Year because we did that thing. And the thing is, I would say, like if I'm wearing a shirt that fits me, I don't look like big at all. I don't look like I have extra body fat. If anything, I think I look kind of lanky.
Yeah.
If I'm not wearing a shirt, I just look a little bit chubby, but not 25% body fat. Because that's like a health risk or something. Like your cholesterol is high. So it really surprised me that I was that fat.
Yeah. I've been unhappy with my like
body.
Yeah, just in general.
I mean,
like I feel I feel like that's kind of like normal for like middle schoolers and high schoolers to be uncomfortable with themselves and insecure about their body, but like I feel like it couldn't hurt to try to improve.
Yeah. No, it's definitely I think there's so pushing your kids to be super athletic can be super unhealthy, but so can reinforcing that they don't need to be. Because for my whole life, around 5th grade and 6th grade, I didn't really need to, lose a bunch of weight or anything because you kind of want extra fat when you're going through puberty because that's how you get energy to get taller and stuff like that. So if I had fasted and lost a bunch of weight, I would be significantly shorter. But
damn, maybe that's why I'm short.
Damn.
But it's my I kind of been at a point where I was like, I thought I was comfortable with the way my body looked Like I don't think I needed to be super jacked or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But like it just took me by surprise that I was like so unhealthy because I
Yeah.
always had been taught, you don't have to be skinny to be healthy, which is true, but
Mm-hmm.
having a high body, especially for me, because I have a family history of high cholesterol, so I
Yeah.
need to be especially careful about how much body fat I have, like
Yeah.
cholesterol eating. But like, it was just kind of, you know, eye opening, I guess, because it's like, okay, you need to be more balanced with your lifestyle. Like you gotta, you don't want to go too hard or over the top, but you also gotta keep up with your health.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree, definitely.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that's like a good spot to kind of reflect on. It's like you gotta at the very least have a balance.
Yeah.
And I could get, I could just lose control of my weight and I'd be fine for a long time, probably. Because like you think about it, it's like, well, there are people who weigh 500 pounds. At least 50% of that is body fat. I'm really not that bad off. But it's also like, well, that doesn't matter because if you're comparing yourself to someone who's morbidly obese, like why are you even doing that? Just because
It's
you're
like, I'm
better
not
than
that
morbidly
bad.
obese, that doesn't mean you're in, a spot where you're gonna be feeling good and
that's
Yeah.
that's facts.
Yeah.
So basically, the moral of the story is just because you're not morbidly obese doesn't mean you're Hugh Jackman.
It's facts though.
I mean, it is kind of true. Even if you are super ripped, you're still not Hugh Jackman.
And then
even
do we
if
want to?
even if you are basically Hugh Jackman, you're not Hugh Jackman.
Moral of the story: you're not Hugh Jackman.
To make a long story short, chances are you're not Hugh Jackman.
I want to say,
Jackman, if you're listening to this podcast, feel free to come on and defend yourself and prove that you are Hugh Jackman.
I want to say 5 things just right now.
you have a like. I love how you don't have a thing you want to say, or like I got a couple thoughts right now. Like I have 5 things right now.
I have 7.5.
It's not even it's not even like that's an excessive amount. It just kind of caught me off guard. Like I've never heard someone give a specific number. Like, yeah, I have 3 things to say right now.
All
Okay.
right, I think Devin will do your 5 things and then your thoughts, Griffin, and then we'll wrap because it's been about an hour.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So, thing number 1.
This is 5 things corner.
Yeah. Let me actually sit in my corner chair for this. Corner chair time. No, all right. So, 1. The Rock's dad died recently, I think.
Oh wow.
And his name was Rocky, which is crazy because The Rock, like Rocky the Rock, but also the movie franchise Rocky is about a boxer.
Damn.
So that's crazy.
That's crazy. The Rock isn't a boxer though.
Yeah.
But like it's similar, you know? All right.
Done it in Oprah.
I don't. Okay. Thing number 2. I downloaded an app. It's called Yubo, and I kind of downloaded it this morning.
I've heard the name. What is that? Like, actually,
So-
please inform me. I've heard the name. I really kind of want to know what it is.
Basically, it's an app where it's like Tinder, but like you can't. It's basically just for people who want friends, but nobody uses it that way. So it's pretty much just
It's just horny.
yeah.
So why did
What's it
you
called? What's it called?
install
What's it
it?
called?
Because
What's it called, by the way? What's it called?
Yubo. Yubo. I kinda don't know why I downloaded it, but I did, and now I have it.
You're trying to get some spicy.
All right, look, I'm not a simp.
tours.
I'm not a simp.
Yes, you are.
Wait a minute, I don't like the way this is starting out.
It's an experiment. Okay, let's just move on to thing number 3.
Wait, why? So you brought that up, and then you're kind of bringing
made
it
it
in the
awkward.
direction. I'm not a simp. I'm not a simp. I'm not a simp. And then you're like, okay, change subjects.
All right, look, I'm not a simp, but thing number 3. I just put another song out. It's called Dick Acne, and so stream that. It's on SoundCloud.
Okay.
And then also thing number 4. The coronavirus is like, here's another thing. It's the year of the rat, and the coronavirus. And you know how the bubonic plague, was started by rats?
Mm-hmm.
Yo. And then my last
That's
thing,
crazy.
thing number 5. It was something about, Kobe, like sexual assault allegations and rape allegations are coming back because of his death, and I feel like that's kind of messed
weird
up.
to me. Like, what's the point now?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
you
like
could only
over.
you could only sue his, because think about, it's not even like he's long gone and it'd be his estate. This would be, you'd be suing his wife who just lost her husband and one of her daughters.
And the charges were dropped too. Like he got, like, they were gonna go to trial, but then the accuser just stopped cooperating because he apologized. And like, I don't even know, like, what's the point of bringing it back up? Like, you're not really gonna gain anything from that. It's over, and it doesn't make it right, but it also doesn't make it, like, it doesn't make sense to just bring that stuff back up again.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that, like I said, that really kind of hits me the wrong way, because look, I hate when people die and then that's just a defense, like, oh, they're dead and I like them, so they're automatically, you can't come at them now. They have like a perfect reputation now that they're dead. But the thing is, also, Kobe Bryant wasn't like a terrible dude, and I honestly don't know a lot about the charges. I really don't want to make much comments on that when he could have been doing wrong stuff. But it's like I said, what really hits me the wrong way about it is the fact that it wouldn't be like suing his estate, because his wife, is still here and active and stuff. You'd be suing his family, that is a mother of all these distraught kids, and she's probably super depressed herself. She just lost her husband and one of her daughters to this. Like, those aren't the people that did you wrong, and they're not in any good position for a legal battle. Like, that's such a selfish motivation. If it's like, he's gone anyways, and you want to bring back charges now that his name is really relevant again, and you want it so bad you're going to go for his family, which is where all his money is now.
And like, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh no. Hold up. You can keep talking.
Well, that's really all I had to say, honestly. It just really, really hits me the wrong way to think that they'd be suing his family now of the wife and kids. Like, that's genuinely ridiculous, because they didn't do any of the things Kobe would be charged for, and also they're at a really sad point.
And like, this is a like major extreme, but like I've seen some things that are like, oh, I heard he raped somebody, therefore I don't care that he died, which is like really messed up. Like what?
Yeah, it's
Like
totally the cancel culture.
it's like just he it's rape is bad, but like you don't just say, okay, this person at one point in their career a long time ago it raped some or allegedly raped somebody, but like so therefore they should die. What is going on in the background? I'm so confused. Oh. All right, that's all I had to say. Those are my five things.
I agree. Like, I think the cancel culture is really messed up. Like, if he did rape someone, that's, I feel so terrible about that. Like, there's no words to describe how awful rape is. But the fact there is possibly an allegation of it that disappeared over time and he's dead, like, why is that something
Rape is kind of a
like,
simp move, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
I don't really want to talk about this much more.
Yeah, I know.
We should wrap. We've been going for a while.
We've been going for like an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, but it's late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
is there anything
so
else?
what we really got out of the way. So
Eminem, Grammys, and then my 5 things.
Yeah, we got everything out of the way. And also, I think, if anyone actually did listen, we hit a lot of good groups to get really angry. I mean, think about Eminem fan base, Lizzo fan base, Taylor Swift fan base, Ariana Grande fan base, Billie Eilish fan base. That's perfect for engagement. Just really negative.
Yeah. I'm not.
But
I don't want to.
engagement sometimes.
Yeah, I don't want to. Oh, I just looked at our at the channel, and our latest episode got 5 views, and the other ones have like 30, 35, 20, 24.
The last one was a little bit dry, to be honest.
Yeah, but okay. I think this was an interesting one, though.
This was a good one.
This is a highlight.
I mean, we'll see.
Out of the 4 episodes,
right.
This is a highlight.
I don't want anybody to get like mad, but like, yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you
let's do the outro all at the same time again.
Thank
you for watching. Thank you. Thank you.